It's Friday, April 6, 2007, and you're watching The Ointment. I'm Steve Tatum, and I put the hippity in hippity hoppity. Fridays here on the show, we take a look back at some of our favorite stories from this past week, so let's get right to it. Our top story, the United States Supreme Court ruled that the Environmental Protection Agency can actually regulate carbon emissions from automobiles. This is a blow to the Bush administration. Imagine their surprise when they learned that the Environmental Protection Agency is actually allowed to protect the environment. In other political news, Barack Obama, the United States Senator who's running for President of the United States, said that he does not believe that the Democratic-led U.S. Senate will vote to end funding for the war in Iraq because, despite strongly held beliefs, this would involve, how do you say, following through on a conviction. Turning to business news, New Century, the big mortgage company in Irvine, California, has gone Chapter 11, a sign of the slumping housing industry. This is a mortgage company that used to give a lot of loans to people with very poor credit. But the company has a plan for turning itself around. Now that it has bad credit, it's going to loan itself a lot of money. In other campaign news, Republican Tommy Thompson declared that he is a candidate for President of the United States. Well, it's not really so much news as it is a sad cry for attention. Iranian television broadcasts new footage of UK soldiers being held hostage in Iran. The Fox television network immediately optioned the footage for a new television reality series called Who Wants to Start a War? The country of Iran has released all 15 UK troops that it was holding hostage. President Bush said, "That's okay, we'll find another reason to go to war with them." Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi is in Syria, a nation that the U.S. considers a terrorist state. President Bush from Washington, D.C. said, "I don't like her going to Syria, I don't approve, but at least it's better than her being here." Rock star Bono of U2 was knighted this week by the Queen of England, and he said, "I'm happy to be knighted, but I'm not going to rest until I'm sainted." Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones is denying reports that he took his father's remains as ashes, mixed them together with cocaine, and then snorted them. As delightful an idea as that is, he says it's not true. And if you look at this picture of Keith Richards, you kind of have to ask yourself, maybe he was snorting his own remains. Pop icon Hilary Duff said that she feels pressure not to be fat and to stay thin. Oh, my bad, I got confused. I thought I was reading the newspaper, but apparently I was reading Hilary Duff's diary. And finally, we wrap up each week with our news quiz question. Today's question is about Easter. The question is, why bunnies? Is it because A, bunnies symbolize fertility and rebirth? B, bunnies have the strongest lobby? Or C, Easter jackalope is just too hard to spell? That's the Ointment for another week. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Steve Tatum, and that's news. Have a great weekend and a great Easter, everybody.